You're going to start Jake Irvin tonight, I believe, right? Because Cool went on the IL. So has he ever pitched in the bigs?
No, this will be his major league debut.
Okay.
2018 draft, and he's debuting tonight.
What's he all about? What's his deal? I saw he's a big dude. He's like 6'6", 230. He's a big dude.
Yeah, he's a big physical pitcher. He's got good stuff. Really been hampered developmentally. He had Tommy John surgery, which cost him a year. The COVID season cost him another year. So he's really at 26 years old. He's really has little professional experience but has progressed to the point where he started the season off in AAA. He's got a big fastball in the mid 90s and slider change and we want to see him attack the strike zone today. Throw strikes, make the Cubs put the ball in play and let the defense do their thing. The defense has been playing well behind our pitchers and hopefully that'll continue with Jake on the mound.
You mentioned Tommy John surgery. What do you make of Bryce Harper's return so fast after having Tommy John surgery?
Amazing. Position players come back, much quicker than pitchers, especially starting pitchers. But it's a quick turnaround, and he's always been a quick healer, and just another amazing chapter in the Bryce Harper story.
160 days he came back in. That's pretty incredible.
He's only going to hit, though, right?
He's only hitting.
Be a lot easier to do.
He's only
that.
DHing.
Hey, I wanted to ask you, speaking of hitting, I know you've been talking about kind of all year, but, Robles off to, a good start, hit 286, kind of had a resurgence. It's kind of amazing. I guess he's having a birthday this month, but he's still only 25 years old. You know that, as of today? Kind of incredible. He's been up and down here for 7 years, and he's still only 25. What do you attribute? I know he's been working hard to the improved early success from Victor.
He was a 19-year-old major leaguer. He touched the big leagues, and then he came on that world championship team and as a 20-year-old. So he's got to the big leagues early. He's one of the top prospects in the game, and in his rookie season had a terrific year for us and kind of just supplanted himself as our center fielder and has been up and down since and worked extremely hard this offseason. He and Darnell Coles have tweaked his swing a little bit. I think it's pretty easy to see a big difference in his approach at the plate. I think his hands are much more relaxed and just kind of allowing his athleticism to take over. And he, like a lot of our young hitters, you put this on Garcia and Ruiz and Abrams. Their chase rate is very important because when the ball's in the strike zone, they're effective hitters. For a lot of young hitters, it's the amount of pitches outside of the strike zone that you chase because it makes it much more difficult to hit when you're not in the zone. So I think that's a big part of him. His chase rate is down. His swing has been tweaked and kind of letting his left athleticism take over again like it was in 19.
I haven't seen the numbers lately, but generally I think it's safe to say that since Soto's left you guys, he hasn't been the same guy. And what are you seeing? Jason was saying, some people were saying maybe he's just so obsessed with getting walks that he's just taking first pitch strikes right down, not even,
He's always facing pitcher counts.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Now, he's been hot over the last 4 or 5 games. Now, what helped him is he went to Mexico for 2 games, and literally if you hit the ball in the air, it was never coming down.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So he put some numbers up there.
But overall, since he's left here, he hasn't been the same guy.
He's not hitting the ball to the opposite field as much. He's trying to pull
What are you seeing, Mike?
I just see that Juan Soto is Juan Soto, and at the end of the year, Juan Soto will have Juan Soto numbers. I haven't put too much thought into Juan Soto recently.
Right.
When we play the Padres, we certainly will, but he's going to get his. That's all I have to say. The numbers will be there at the end of the year because he's that kind of guy.
Right. Okay.
Talking to Mike Rizzo, Nats GM, President of Baseball Operations. So C.J. Abrams had 3 hits yesterday. His average is up to like 240. I'm just wondering, like, big picture, 3 years from now, when he's in his prime, what kind of numbers should we expect from C.J. Abrams?
I think he's got a little bit of sneaky power. He's growing into his body still, extremely athletic. I don't know if you guys saw, not last night's game, but the game before, he made a play 6 strides onto the second base side of second base and threw a perfect one-hop throw that Dominic slipped on, or else it would have been a highlight reel play. He's played terrific defense for us. We see him as a guy that's going to lock down the defense. He already has shown periods of that can hit. I think at the end of the day, he hits at the top of the lineup. He steals a bunch of bases, and he's a terrific all around player that's athletic and plays in the middle of the field. We've got high expectations for him, and I think that you're starting to see the talent level that this guy possesses and the skill set that he has. It's impressive.
Like, is he a 25 home run guy, a 20 home run guy down the road that hits 300 with 50 stolen bases? Like, I know you don't necessarily want to put numbers out there, but what can fans expect?
Well, I'm not going to put numbers out there. I mean, he's like I said, he's going to be a top of the order hitter. I think that steals a lot of bases and plays great defense. And those guys that play the position shortstop are invaluable.